We went to church on holidays and for weddings and funerals. I was raised with a Lutheran background, even attended Lutheran church for a year in the 6th grade. I would not say I was raised in a truly Christian home, although we did say grace before meals. My father said you didn't have to go to church to believe in God, and I guess to some extent this is true. I would say I raised my 3 sons the same way, and as an adult I was self-absorbed and did not expose or teach my children about religion in the right way. Even though I have 3 channels programmed in my car to Christian radio channels, and Jim and I would watch Christian TV on Sunday mornings, and my routine as I got ready for work in the morning was to pray for my family and world events, I know we were searching for answers and a better life. But when we lost our youngest son on May 5th of this year, and the Bloomingdale Church opened their arms to us, I feel Jesus is speaking and teaching to our hearts through this church and congregation. I hope to lead our other 2 sons to Christ by Jim's and my example. I love Jesus, and I ask him to forgive me and to teach me to be a better person. Thank you.
Okay, my name's Jim Krause. She did a really good job. I shouldn't be following her. My family, my life is going to be more about my life cycles, I think, than what she said. When I was growing up, I'm the only one born in the Chicago area. My family is Assembly of God on one side, Church of Christ on the other. They're from Florida and Alabama, and they really were Christians. And they came up, and I was born in Chicago, went to Assembly of God Church, up until 3rd or 4th grade. We always went to church on Sunday, went to Medina Temple, watched the religious quartets, picnicked after the church services. Then my grandmother passed away, and when you lose a rock of your family, sometimes a family stops doing traditional things. So after those years, I believe I would call it closet Christianity, where we all believed, we always believed, but we did not continue church. And my sins, I'm not going to get into all my sins, but my 2 major things were when I was in my 20s. I had my 5 or 6 years, I partied too much, and I give my wife credit for staying around. Not good years. And a light went on in my head one day. I got stopped, pulled over, and luckily, I got let go. And the light just went on my head, and I said, what am I doing? This is a waste of my life. And my other major sin's my mouth. If somebody likes to call me verbally some stuff, I verbally can go back. And by coming to this church the last 8-9 weeks, I have learned that I'm not a do-gooder. I can't control what happens in front of me. I can help, but I can only control myself, my own emotions. And I've been doing real great at that. And I'm happy for that part. As far as my need in Christ goes, talked to him many times. Pastor Bill asked me one time when he was talking about worthiness earlier. And one of the issues with me was worthiness. And I said to him, I keep slipping, I keep slipping off and on. I don't know if I'm worthy. And many times he has sat me down, and his way is to get the Bible and read the scriptures to me and prove to me I am, that you don't have to be worthy to be baptized. You try to do the best you can, and I've been doing that for 8 weeks. Have I slipped? Yes, I have. And the reason I've come over to this church is let me back up the track. I'll give you 3 reasons why I believe Christ did come into our life in a different way, not personally toward me, but in my family. When my grandmother passed away, she was 51 years old. She had a bad disease, and she was in an oxygen tent for like a year, a vegetable. And 20-30 minutes before she passed away, she sits up in the oxygen tent and starts clapping her hands like she's healthy and just starts singing gospel hymns. My grandfather in Alabama built the wooden steps to the church 2 days before he passed away. He was healthy as a bull. He got up one morning, wiggled my grandmother's toes, said, Ida Mae, Southern name, Ida Mae, I see you on the other side. I see doves on my shoulders. So when me and my dad went down to Alabama, the casket room, in the funeral home, the casket room actually had a casket with doves on the lids where you closed it down and it was on his shoulders. And my mom died of leukemia when she was 51, and my sister told me the story where 20 minutes before she passed away, she was talking to Jesus, one-on-one, basically, just a conversation going on. What brought me into Christ was what Jackie said, that when our son died May 5th, I won't get into the details, but he passed away May 5th. I can't quote you the time or dates, but about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm going to say 2 days after he passed away. I'm macho. I've never needed counseling. I've never needed help, one of those guys. And I'm sitting, we live across the street in the apartments. I'm sitting in the courtyard on the bench. They didn't know where I went. They were looking for me. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm looking up into the heavens, and I keep seeing this one bird flying over. And all of a sudden, now it's dawning on me, heaven. And I start to tear up. And I come running over here, knowing this church has been here. We've lived there 9 years. Lived there 9 years. The kids have been here a few times. I never came. Stupid, stupid, stupid. I'm the idiot. No excuses. I work third shift. She got up early in the morning to go to work. We were sleeping in. Always a reason. Maybe soccer. Always a reason. My fault. My stupidity. But anyway, I came in at 4 o'clock one Thursday, Friday afternoon. I come running through the doors. Pastor Dave is sitting out in the lobby, and I told him what happened. And he talked to me for 15, 20 minutes about God. And he introduced me to Pastor Bill. And Pastor Bill has called me, numerous times at home, talked to my wife, sent letters, kept me wanting to come over here. This is a beautiful place. Explained a lot of things to me when I had questions. Always opened the Bible, scriptures. The last incident was last Sunday. I was supposed to go to school to be baptized. And service was over, and Pastor Bill was on the prayer team, and Nancy came out, his wife, said, Bill will meet with you in a little bit. And I told her, I said, exactly what his sermon was about. I said, I don't think I'm worthy. I just don't, I keep slipping. I don't think I'm worthy. And she said, well, when you're ready. Me and Jackie went across the street, walked home. I said, I'm going to go get a newspaper at Walgreens. I go get a paper. I come back, my wife's standing in the street with a Bible. You got to go back to church. Bill wants to see you. So that's the way he's been all along. He's been with me all along. And so I came back, and he said, why do you feel you're not worthy? And he read the scriptures. We sit down, made me read them, and he said, you don't have to be worthy to be baptized. And now I'm energetic. I feel good. And what this means to me today, and I'll stop, it's too long, but what this means to me today is I look at nature different. I look at how I react to other people differently. I can't be a do-gooder and solve problems. I got to control myself. And I want to grow in Christianity. Instead of watching TV, which I never have anyway, I've been reading the Bible. I've been reading Reasons for Scriptures, another book, a lot of books. I can't get enough information. I want to learn, and I want to grow religiously. So that's my testimony. Thank you.